Hello, everyone, and we find ourselves now in the world of Vera once again. And Bucky, I think you were talking a little bit about a freehold that you have nearby in the Riverlands here, where we're going to perhaps participate in some of your. What do you got on that freehold? What are you doing over there?
So we got a lot of farming stuff mainly is what we're focusing on, but we also have a artisan building as well
Oh,
as a
nice.
forge station because we got some good mining opportunities out here.
Okay,
So
very cool. And I see you kind of are close to this kind of these ruins with your freehold, I guess. Is there any happening spots around this area for you guys?
yeah, for sure. I mean, we got some mob packs around here. Players are coming through here a lot to
Ooh.
obviously get the this nice resource here. We got some alacanite.
Is that why you formed your freehold near this precious resource? Talk to me a little bit about this resource, Corey and or Mike.
Oh yeah, that's so this is halcyon. It's a kind of a mid-tier journeyman a gem, and yeah, it's just sort of a something you would use in weapons and for decorations,
Nice.
jewelry. So it's pretty sought after for a lot of crafts. So it's pretty valuable.
I love just its look. I mean, it adds a really kind of magical blues to this area. Wow, this is a beautiful. Now, Bucky, I know why you made your freehold here. This is a beautiful view.
Yep, just another beautiful day in Vera.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever get like afraid of heights here? I mean, this is kind of crazy. I think
Not too
actually
bad.
I might have something that could help you with this. Hold on, let me see. I can just bring it up here, and then if you ever need to use it one day, feel free to. You're more than welcome.
Oh yes, beautiful, perfect. Oh, it's
Yeah.
even on theme for the fall weather.
I know, exactly. It's a Drake of the Canopy.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you ever want to take him for a spin, just let me know.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, there you go. Actually, I'll put him away. He's kind of afraid of heights himself.
Oh,
So I can mine this. So I've maxed out my artisanship levels through a little bit of a cheat, but if you have the tools, and oops, do I have the tools? Okay, guys, you're seeing a little bit of a preview of some of the work in progress UI with the artisanship windows, and obviously you have a number of tools here that are possible. This UI, of course, is getting completely revamped. This is just kind of the wireframing for it. But talk to me a little bit about the tool setup. Why is it important to have these kind of tools? How do tools aid you in your gathering adventures?
Yeah, so each gathering profession will have 3 tools. The tools kind of come online as you progress through the profession, and the different resource types for each one of the profession may require different tools. So you basically want to carry around the right tool for the job, and tools along with artisanship gear will have stats on it. So you can itemize towards how you want to gather, how fast you want to gather. Yeah.
Oh, it looks great. I love the the destruction of the actual like. Is it halcyon? Halconite? What is
Althionite.
Yeah, halcyon. Yeah, I mean,
nice.
we sort of set the precedent with the trees, right? So we're trying to get similar feelings that the trees bring with our other gatherables.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
looking great.
Now, where is your freehold?
It's just over this hill here, off to the left of the path. I think you might be able to see my
Yeah.
the house there with the chimney smoke as well.
Ooh, okay.
Off there, see it?
Yeah, that looks good. How do we? Let's get over there a little bit faster. Maybe we can.
Oh yeah.
What do we got? Oh, I don't think people have seen the Lightfoot yet.
Very nice.
Let's bring him out. Oh, look at him. How cool is that? Oh, he looks so good. I love the eyes. Super cool. Do we know who did this one? Was this Jinsey?
I think
I
it was
believe it was a
but-
Jinsey, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This guy's fast.
Yeah, it's high speed.
It is a rabbit after all, you know.
It's so cool. Wait, we got to slow it down a little bit. I can't approach at such fast pace to your freehold. That would be disrespectful. I apologize.
Yes,
Here
thank
we
you.
go.
Don't
That's-
trample my plants, please. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. This is great.
The horde of rabbits.
So, what have you geared? It looks like, I mean, you don't have a lot of buildings on the freehold for yours, Bucky. Is that because you're kind of trying to utilize the land for farming and I know, of course, you are Dr. Bucky, so the animal husbandry system and like
That's
livestock?
That's exactly right. Yeah. So I sacrificed some of the space I could have used for buildings to just have more farm space, basically. So as you can see here, we got some, we got some sheeps, we got some cows and pigs, and we got some chickens back there, and we have a lot of space for different farmables. So we have wheat here, corn, and then the tomatoes over there as well.
Oh, this looks great. So now, Mike, when we're talking about, these types of farmable spaces, obviously, as we discussed previously, the customization options for your freehold are really kind of up to you and what you want to delve into on the processing side of things and how you want to use the space. But players who want to participate in the farming, talk to me a little bit about that system. I mean, the intent, excuse me, to provide this open area space for people to utilize just growing different crop rotations and the livestock, and how does that feed the general processing system?
Yeah, so the farming is going to generally focus on growing crops like this and then dealing with livestock over there like that. But
nice.
generally what you want to do is gather some seeds from either vendor or in the world. You can gather or find some seeds on the open content, and you're going to come to your freehold, plant them, and then depending on what kind of processing level you have and what kind of processing stations or buildings you might have, you might grow crops like a little faster.
Nice.
Produce like better crop rotations, and just generally farm things that's unique to farming produce, like compared it to in the open world.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I just got a bunch of wheat. By the way, I apologize, Bucky, on stealing your wheat. But
No, go for it. I got plenty. It's harvest season. We got a big crop coming. I need some help getting all the harvest done.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
Another cool thing about farming too, since it has the livestock, is that it kind of feeds directly into hunting and synergizes with animal husbandry. So if you're interested in raising animals, taming animals, farmers will have a use for them.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, animal husbandry has multiple lanes of ways to breed and specialize your creatures, and mounts and pets are one of the more popular ones, but then obviously livestock as well. So not only can you breed your animals for traits such as like movement speed and health and different combat stats, but you also be able to breed them for desirable traits like, fertility, increased harvesting yield, and even increased yield from butchering.
What are you guys doing? Oh my god, that is awesome.
This is
Leave our eggs alone.
Makes them more comfortable with you taking their eggs away. So
leave our eggs
chicken morale.
alone.
Yeah, they won't peck us if we come with their style here.
Very nice. Very nice. I just got some eggs. Okay, now, one of the other things that we wanted to obviously collect player feedback on, and I'm going to open up the inventory just to kind of take a look at the materials resource bag. Talk to me a little bit about how we are implementing resources differently from your general item inventory.
So we're taking an approach from other games, but the idea of resources is gonna have somewhat of a slot base. Instead of having a slot base like traditional MMO, we're gonna look for like a Tetris kind of idea of having different shapes and different stack sizes, kind of like that, to make some interesting choices out in the world, where you have to do inventory management and have a pick and choose depending on like what you have available, what kind of bags you have.
Now, I seem to have kind of run out of space. Maybe I can grab. Do you have any?
Oh yeah, if you want, you can come put some stuff in the chest in the house, or are your bags too small, or what's?
Yeah, no, I only have one bag. It's called a Sanctus Resource bag.
Oh yeah, I got some extra bags for you. Actually, you could take some from my chest.
Oh, this is a nicely decorated home here.
Thank
you
guys.
have the oh man, I can't remember what we called this, but this was for the pandemic. Everyone who I think registered prior to a certain date during the pandemic, Margaret will know. We granted this item to people, or will be granted to people. That's cool. It's modeled. Look at that. I think Ryan Richmond actually did the modeling for that, and then John Waynick did the implementation. Very cool. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Where's the chest I can grab?
Right here by the fireplace.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Let me see here. Materials. Oh, okay. All right. So, what do I do here? Just grab this.
Yeah, you can just take them all and swap it out, I think.
I'll equip them. Oh, okay, cool. I have some. Now, this is obviously work in progress UI. This is not the final UI, but this kind of demonstrates the functionality of the system. Let me go over here. What can I do with these sheep?
You can harvest them for wool. Shoot them.
All right. This is not going to hurt them, is it?
No.
No. Okay.
If you do a good
Hello.
job.
Oh,
Shooting
pretty
is
sheep.
a non-destructive
Pretty
crop.
sheep.
Yes.
Give me your wool.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Hi.
gave me some wool
Hi,
and now it's naked. That's so sad.
It'll grow back.
Oh, how so talk to, perfect. That's a good point. So it'll grow back. Talk to me a little bit about kind of, the intent behind the livestock here and the crops as well. Like you're planting and you're placing these livestock on farmable space within your freehold, and then over time they mature and become processable, or how does that work?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much exactly it. Certain things, like for the crops, for example, you need to acquire seeds first, which can be acquired through a number of ways. But once you plant them, you'll have to water them and care for them, and then after a certain point, depending on the crop itself, would be when you can harvest them, and then you can replant them at that point. And then for animals, different animals have different, sort of byproducts they can get. Like, so for example, from the cow, you can milk them and get some fresh milk.
Oh my god! But they have horns. Are these the right cows?
Oh, there's
to milk?
udders. There's udders down there.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's udders.
Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, I got like a little stool. Wow, that's some rapid-paced milking. Holy
Yeah, you know.
smokes! That was crazy. Hold on, let me make sure I got the milk. Oh, we did get the milk. Let me pull it down here. Pull some corn down as well.
Do
Make a
some
little bit of
reorganization
space.
there.
Yeah, kind of just reorganizing things.
Yeah, another sort of interesting thing that you'll see with livestock and other types of things that you can gather is you'll be able to kind of choose the things that you want to gather from it, right? Bucky had mentioned animal byproducts, right? And milk is a byproduct of a cow, and so is beef. So it's up to you, kind of how and when you want to harvest your livestock in certain ways. And same with plants. Maybe you want to, take the corn, and maybe you want to cut down the entire corn plant to make room for other crops, and there's different byproducts depending on how you interact with that gatherable. So
Now this is going to be another point of good player feedback. So one, we kind of talked to you and showed you guys a little bit of the systems for planting crops on your freehold, for raising livestock, collecting resources from them. And then the Tetris inventory type system. But this one is more game philosophy / immersion, right? And what you're going to see now, I think, for those of you who are a bit squeamish, if you want to turn away, understandable. But we're going to get some leather. And what else from this guy?
Meat. Yeah.
Some meat.
kind of whatever you'd expect from a pig.
Yep. Bacon.
All right. Well, all right. I apologize, little buddy. I'm
You
super
had a good
sorry.
long life,
You did have a good long life.
happy life on the farm, and now,
Oh God, go to sleep.
now,
Oh, we got the hide and the meat. But it's. Oh, that's sad. Is it? It's just sleeping? Is it tired? That was intense.
Yeah, for sure. It's sleeping.
Yeah. Don't worry. Let's go. Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Oh.
Sorry, little piglets.
Oh no, not the piglets.
Okay.
No.
We'll take good care of you.
No, let them live a little bit of a
One
life.
day you'll become big, and then we'll.
Um,
So, guys, that's a great point of player feedback. Talk to us a little bit about how real/immersive do you want it to be, or do you prefer that perhaps the pigs don't die, but rather they just go to sleep? That's a good question, I think, for a lot of people to give their thoughts on. Okay, so now we have. I'm seeing over here. There's another building. Obviously, we have the home here. We went inside a little bit. This other building, talk to me a little bit about that. We talked a little bit in the presentation about the profession buildings and them giving access to workstations. What do we have here?
So this is the artisan building that we talked about, and then these give general benefits to the freehold. It could be profession specific, it could be just general specific, but it also gives you like access to putting down stations like this. So this would be the metalworking station.
Oh, nice. Okay. And I see that this station's pretty intensive, and that's, I think, something we're going to be showing in a future stream, which is all about the crafting process and the recipe acquisition and the tools, but also a little bit of a gameplay layer that Corey, Mike, you guys have been working on with crafting in the future that we're going to show. But this one's all about processing. And talk to me a little bit about, we talked a little bit about what it takes to go into the fuel, to prep the station, to do the processed goods, and then kind of leaving and letting that, process over time. Do you expect that players are going to want to like fully kit out their freeholds with the profession building so they have access to all the stations? What would be the benefit of that?
I think so, right? Like, if players are really interested in investing in processing, right? Freeholds are supposed to kind of give the players the furthest reach up to the highest tiers of processing. So, if you want to, allocate most of your space in your freehold for, processing buildings, processing stations, you could create like kind of your own processing plant or factory, and really sort of have a stranglehold on a market or particular goods. So the freehold is supposed to be free space for players to kind of do whatever they'd like, decorate housing, have businesses, or create a processing empire. So
cool, very cool. Well, I did get some supplies. Whoops. I did get some supplies. Bucky, do you want me to like put this in the chest or anything, or?
Yeah, you can just empty out and store it here in my chest for now, so you can go out.
Tomato plants?
Oh yeah, that's right. Just forgot to harvest these.
Oh. Let's see. Get some other ones here. Very nice. Aw, some more exploded. Oh no.
Well, you got some at least, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we're good. All right, let me go put this inside. Wait, let me make sure I actually did get the tomatoes.
You probably got a full bag at this point, almost.
Did I? Oh, I did get some tomatoes. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna
go
put this
right here.
I'm gonna go put this in for you. Now, you've obviously done a great job with the decorations here on the furniture, and we don't intend furniture to obviously just be visual aspect of the interior, but functional as well. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so obviously we've seen here the chest, right? The chest is a placeable furniture prop that actually increases the storage capacity of your freehold property. But we're going to have a variety of other functional furnitures, like besides just even the artisanship stations. So for example, we have a bed over here, which you'll be able to sleep in as well, get some rest experience perhaps. Also, we'll have chairs. Those are just like kind of cosmetic you'll be able to sit in. And but yeah, there'll be a variety of functional prop items as well that'll have actual gameplay uses.
Nice. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm just putting all this stuff into your storage chest, so you have it.
Very nice.
I
Free
see
labor.
I see you have some pictures in here as well.
Yep. That's the picture I commissioned to myself. I'm just...
Oh, is this it? Is that you?
Yes.
It is actual Bucky.
Me in armor.
It's actual Bucky. That is so great.
I think this is your favorite, Steven.
Yes,
Yeah,
the sandals. Oh, that's
classic.
so awesome. That is super cool. Now, obviously, players that we talked a little bit about businesses and how players can kind of stand up different taverns and whatnot. And Bucky, you had stated like one of the reasons why you wanted to have your freehold here in this location was because of some of the access to the rare resources. But there's also some interesting hunting grounds nearby. And, you know, one of the things that is interesting about the freehold system is that it's not just architected for processing, but it can also be a profitable location based on where and what you're providing other players access to from a like drink and food tavern perspective, right?
Yeah, we mentioned it before, like there's business types of buildings that you can build. Some of these could be very region specific, like if there was a hunting ground nearby that is very populated, we could set up a tavern, sell like food buffs and drinks that is really good for XP bonuses or increase to your loot chance or something like that. Whatever that may increase some kind of a benefit to the player that is good business, like I said, would be set up here where you could just get take advantage of the populated player area.
That's awesome. That's super cool. I love it. And you were saying, you know, obviously having access to an open world where you're not necessarily restricted to the locations that you can place these freeholds, but allowing the players to kind of place them themselves. Obviously, we are going to block out certain areas that can't be placed, like certain road networks and POIs, but generally the intent is to provide these freeholds as layable plots in the open world. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So as long as you purchase a certificate from the owning node of the land, you'll be able to place it in many places around the node, like just basically anywhere that's not like a you know, dungeon or a point of interest with monsters. You'll be able to place it in a lot of areas. So players will have a lot of freedom in choosing where they want to build their freehold and lay down their plot. So it'll be a big, like obviously here, like you said, I was looking at the, you know, we got the mines over there, we got the point of interest, but we also have this large flat area for a lot of farming. And so it was kind of a good mix for this freehold.
Yeah. Super cool. Love it. Bucky, you have a very cool freehold. You know, I think I'm getting a little bit tired. You mind if I just take a little nap, you know?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, just it's great,
Is that
great
cool?
bed. You'll get some rested experience. It'll be perfect.
I was concerned a little bit with the nearby enemy populations, perhaps. Maybe you guys can keep watch over me as I go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Don't worry. You'll be safe. We'll
Be
set up a
safe
guard.
here.
Well, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this brief look at Bucky's Freehold, a little bit about the processing for livestock as well as crops, and take a look at the new mount, some of the resources that are placed around the Riverlands area, and also a little look at the housing system with some of the furniture that you have access to kind of use and provide a little bit of benefit that you have access to for your gameplay. And with that being said, I think we'll wish you all adieu and a good night, and we will see you next time. Thank you guys for joining us. Later.
Thank you for having us.
Bye, guys.